Mel, having that time to reflect on the season, overall main objective was to stay in the division and that was achieved?
Yeah, it's certainly been a tough season. Second season in the Championship, we were under no illusion it was going to be. But we remained in the division and that was the ultimate goal for the football club.
A lot of positive moments to take from the season. Positive performances on the pitch, namely in January we had the 2 record crowds against Man United and Durham, we had the win against Durham, the win against Birmingham. Special moments that you'll remember?
Yeah, I think it was a good month. We worked hard over the Christmas period and kind of sat down as a collective and kind of give them some small term objectives going forward into the new year, because we knew we really needed to kick on off the back of a lot of 1-0 defeats, I think it was, prior to Christmas. And they certainly gave that with their performances and the results that we've seen. The packed crowd, especially against Man United and against Durham, the ones that the players love because they can feel the crowd presence behind them, and it certainly spurs them on, and we definitely need more of that going into next season.
In terms of performances from last season, was there any particular highlights that stood out to you?
I think the 2 Birmingham games, we were really disappointed with the defeat at the Stadium of Light when it was such a showcase kind of moment for the club in terms of the back-to-back games with the men, and it wasn't a great game for us personally. We were really disappointed with how we played, but you jump forward into the game that we played at St Andrews, and we were a totally different team. And I think the real messages for us as coaching staff is how can we be more consistent as a team? How can we reach them performances weekly rather than sporadically over the season? Because it was a great win, 3-1 win at St Andrews against a team that was right up there, and we thoroughly deserved the win. And some of the goals we scored are, that's how we want to play in terms of being bold and creative in the final third, and being really industrious and winning the ball back for the 3rd goal, which Liz slid Jess Brown in for. That's what we want to see all the time, and that's what we're striving for week in, week out next season.
Is that performance what is sort of the peak for what you want tactically from what you want from a side going forward?
I just think sometimes everything works, we have game plans and we go into a lot of detail, and on that given day everything worked how we wanted it to kind of play out, and ideally that happens every week, but we know it doesn't. But trying to get that consistent level of performance going into next season is going to be really important for us.
And off the pitch now as well, obviously we've had nearly a season with a full-time collection of staff. That's obviously massive going forward for you, support for the long term.
Yeah, and hopefully next season will be even better. The staff started halfway through the season, so again it was really difficult to implement certain things. So I think the football club as a whole will see the real benefit from that, from pre-season onwards.
Obviously for next season as well, we're moving to the hybrid playing model. How much of a benefit will that be to you and the coaching team going forward?
Yeah, it's a positive step forward for the football club. Having a mixture of full-time footballers, part-time footballers, those still in education, and we need to get the balance right. But then part-time players who are being retained, that add real value to the team, and they're not in a position to go full-time because of their careers, and they're happy with that, and we're happy that they still want to play for the football club. So the model's going to be bespoke to us. It's going to be different to what everyone else is doing, but hopefully it'll work for us going forward.
And onto the academy now, another big announcement that we're announcing the professional game academy. It's well underway along with the emerging talent centre as well. How big will all that development be for the long term, especially for the women's academy going forward?
Yeah, huge. It's it's a big piece of work that's been going on for a long time behind the scenes, and remaining in the Championship was pivotal to getting this pro game academy. That's how important it was, and the pro game academy is the missing piece of the jigsaw, which has seen good players leave the North East because of this missing piece. And now that we've got it, hopefully we can retain players inside the pathway all the way through now into the first team. It's an age of 16 to 21. And it'll bridge the gap between coming out of the ETC at under 16 into the first team. So they'll play on a Wednesday afternoon against a lot of the other Super League and Championships teams, and they'll get that extra training during the day, and hopefully they can dip into some first team sessions along the way, so we can really monitor and nurture the players as they come through.
And obviously a word on the under 23s as well. Had a really positive season in their maiden year as a team. another sign of the improvements that we're making with the academy, especially with the Pro Game Academy as well.
Yeah, again, it was really important that we got the under-23 team off the ground last summer as well. So there's been a lot of things going on, kind of aside from the first team, and Dom, Steve, and Jack have done a great job in terms of gaining promotion into Tier 6, which again proves a more competitive challenge for the players on a Sunday. So you're absolutely delighted for them as a team to get that over the line.
Now looking ahead to the 23-24 season, a busy summer ahead, but I'm sure you and the coaching staff will have targets in place already that you're hoping to strive for.
I think the short-term target at this moment in time is the recruitment drive to get the right players into the football club, and until we do that, until we get them over the line, then we're not looking any further ahead from that. We've obviously planned the pre-season, the friendlies are kind of penciled in, but in terms of getting players through the door, that's kind of our main focus in this short period of time.